I'm wrong when I say that I do come from a, like you said, Tam-Bram family, a traditional Tam-Bram family, but not necessarily conservative. Would you agree? I don't think Tam-Brams are conservative. You know,
I agree.
Yeah. The proof of that is right in front of us. So I think I was given every freedom as a child. We're two sisters. My sister is 4 years older than me, and she and I have led our lives exactly the way we wanted to. The only thing we were ever told is that, you know, whatever you do, enjoy it, do it to the best of your abilities, and go conquer the world. So that's what I think. That's the only thing we were ever told.
Sure. Now, I just want to take you back to 2000 and the initial phase of your the initial phase of your career when you were really facing rejections. It was a very, very tough period. Yeah. How do you cope with it? What were you telling yourself, especially the time when you had 11 rejections after signing contracts?
Yeah. Well, you know, we didn't, we didn't really, hi auntie, sorry. We didn't really sign contracts. I don't know if they do down south even today, but at least in 2000 they didn't. So it was, there were, verbal commitments. And slowly but surely, for those who don't know, just a brief, I was doing a Malayalam film with the Mohanlal, and midway through the film, Mohanlal and the director had a problem, and therefore the film got shelved. And they had both done about 8 super hit films together. So they said, what was new in this equation? What was it different this time? So they said, oh, this is a girl, so she's jinxed. So I got, got replaced in 11 of the films I was to do after. And I think there were days when I wouldn't want to get out of bed. I would be really cranky. I would be fighting with my mother a lot. I think my mother really bore the brunt of, because I think she was wanting to protect me, and she would tell me, you know, are you sure you want to try this? And every time she told me, are you sure you want to try this? What I heard was, you're not good enough for this. So, because that was my...
And you wanted to do it even more.
Yeah, and you know, that was my fear deep down, that maybe I'm not cut out for this. So I think we used to have a lot of clashes. My father was always playing referee, but each one of them would come up with inspirational stories, you know, saying, do you know, my sister was in Bangalore at that time. She had just gotten married, and she would call me and say, do you know, Amitabh Bachchan had 11 flops before, you know, Zanjeer happened. Do you know, Tabu waited 6 years for her first film? And all sorts of stories. And, you know, I would, after a while, I started to say, you know, I don't want to hear any of this. But I think that hunger in me as an actor did not leave me. So there was a Sai Baba mandir close to my house in Chembur where I would go and sit and cry bucket loads. I would fight with Sai Baba like he was, you know, not just the idol, but a real person. And I would say, why did you dangle the carrot in front of me if you were not to give it to me? How unfair is that? Something would happen. I would wake up the next morning and feel like I could go on all over again. And that's how, I think it's faith, deep faith in myself and the universe probably, that, and really that comes from the family, that helped me just keep going relentlessly.
Sure. Going by the characters that you have done, especially lately, I'm tempted to ask you, and also in the context of what is happening today around the world, are you a feminist? And what are your thoughts on, you know, on the Indian film industry?
Right.
In that context?
I think I am a feminist. I'm not anti-men, because a lot of people don't know the difference between the two. I'm sure everyone in this room does. But, you know, I'm someone who believes that I have the equal right to breathe, live, lead my life the way a man does. So if, I guess that's what qualifies for a feminist. How is the film industry? You know, I think it's been wonderful to me. I have dictated how people will treat me. Or I have really without being rebellious, just, I think maybe I'm just too headstrong, strong-willed, whatever those words are. But I think it can be extremely sexist if that's what you're hinting at, I'm sure.
Right.
Yeah, it can be, and I think in the initial phase I did experience some amount of sexism, but you know.
And how did you react to it?
I used to be extremely angry when I'd be told that, you know, but he's given dates, so you'll have to work your dates around that. Never mind if I had 3 other films going on at the same time. He would always get a bigger van, you know, always a better hotel, all sorts of, you know, and people would almost sound like, "Aapko story sunna hai?" And I'd be like, what the hell, you know?
Right.
Of course story sunna hai, phir hi to main decide karungi ki mujhe film karni hai ki nahi. Thankfully for me though, I entered with a film like Parinita, so I think I didn't experience, as an actor, I think, and no one questioned the rules I had set for myself. This was sexism in other areas that I encountered sometimes. And I remember people telling me, "Arey, the shelf life of a female actor is really, really short. So you have to, you know, you have to look younger. So you can't be wearing saris, you have to be glamorous, and you have to be this, that, and the other." And I tried my hand at it, and I got slapped around very badly. But I just then realized that, you know, I don't think the shelf life of an actor is short. Not if we female actors believe that it's not. It's really up to you.
Only a straight-jacketed role is short.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's when I think a sort of reinvention happened in my career. Not that I was even aware of it, but thankfully, when I started to say, you know, I can't do this, I can't fit into a certain mold, it's not me, I'm not enjoying what I'm doing. And I'm here to be an actor, so let me just do roles that give me the opportunity to really challenge the actor in me. I think I began to be a happier person.
And what was that inflection point when you really decided for yourself that you want to conduct yourself or take on roles that you really wanted to do, and not anything that came your way because you just wanted to be an actor?
I think I did a couple of films where, you know, when I watched myself, I said, oh my God, I've sleepwalked through them. And typically commercial films are not easy to do either. Hats off to those who do them well.
Right.
But I thought, you know, I obviously had a chip on my shoulder. I had been appreciated as an actor already in Parinita. And I thought, oh, this is bhai haath ka khel. I can just do this, and I don't need to really apply myself. But I was wrong. But that kind of work was not for me. I needed substance. I need meat to chew into, even though I'm vegetarian. So I think that's when I realized that, you know, I'm okay. Because also, glamour is associated with youth, is associated, it's limiting in a sense, is associated with fluff. Whereas when I said yes to Ishqiya, which was really a turning point for me, I remember people telling me, you know, why are you doing Ishqiya? Of course, Nasiruddin Shah is one of the greatest actors there ever was, but he's so much older. You know, it's not a typically commercial film. And I said, the actor in me was just calling out to me, you know, and saying, you have to jump at this. I said, that's what I'm going to respond to. Thankfully, I paid heed to my gut, my instinct, and I've done fairly well. Yeah, thank you.
Have you ever thought of scripting, producing, directing?
No.
Did any of that ever come?
No.
To just bring your own ideas to life in your own way?
No, I don't think I'm very imaginative, to be honest. I can probably execute ideas better than have my own. And also, I don't have the discipline that's required to write. It's a very lonely process. I'm someone who needs to constantly, you know, say, listen, 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 can you hear me? And as far as direction and production is concerned, no way. They have to handle a whole lot of people and their egos, and I want to be handled. I'm not going to handle anyone. So, and there's a producer at home. So I think we'd be tearing apart our hair, you know, if both of us were producers. Sure. I enjoy being an actor. This is what I've always wanted to do, and I'm living my dream. So I feel no need to, you know, really venture into anything else.
Absolutely. You have endured a lot of ups and downs,
right,
and finally made your dream come true. Let me ask you, what is your dream now? If you look at the next 15, 20 years, you still...
I think let's talk about the next 40 years.
Wow.
I just want to keep acting for the next 40 years, and I hope the universe is listening and is going to respond appropriately. But this is what I enjoy doing. Nothing's changed since I first decided, I think at the age of 8, that I wanted to be an actor. And therefore, I think it's not going to change. You know, that's all really. Those are my plans. It's not, I don't have specific goals. I just want to keep, I hope I enjoy everything that I do, because success and failure is really not in my control. You know, they are like the seasons. Change is constant and you can't fight that. But I hope I keep enjoying what I do.
You are, you're not the stereotypical Bollywood actress. For someone who is introspective and intelligent as you are, what is the value that you bring to an industry where looks garner the most attention?
Oh my God. I don't know in terms of what value I bring to the industry, really. I don't know if I do, but I know that I'm constantly working at valuing myself more. I think as a woman, I think that's the biggest challenge. Whatever profession you're in, you know, whatever age, whatever size, whatever, it's a constant challenge to value yourself. I think you have to constantly remind yourself, because we're conditioned not to. So I don't know about the industry, but...
Sure. And what is, based on your own life lesson, what is the one advice that you want to give to all the women out there?
Again, I'm not one to give advice at all. I really, but I think that's what I've learned over the years, you know, that the more I value myself, the happier I get. And the happier I get, the happier around me, my world around me is. So I think it all comes back down to valuing the woman you are. And congratulations to all the award winners tonight.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Vidya, for being with us today and taking out time at a time that is really, really busy for you.
It's my absolute pleasure. And since I'm here, I have to tell you all that, you know, please watch Tumhari Sulu on the 17th of November. I'm shameless around the release. I don't mind calling out to people from my car and saying 17th November, Tumhari Sulu. So, but thank you very, very much. Thank you. Thank you.
An unexpected award, I think.
Yes, absolutely. I don't know. I knew I was on the cover, and that itself was very special. क्योंकि business magazine के cover पे बहुत कम बार मैं रही हूँ, पर it's special, and then I get this award, so I'm very happy.
So Vidya, can we say कि Imperial of Hearts Woman of the Year हम कह सकते हैं वो?
आप कहो ना. No, but thank you for saying that. I hope it's true. I feel very blessed कि लोग मुझे इतना प्यार देते हैं, पर और मिले तो और भी अच्छा.
जैसे अभी आपने कन्वर्सेशन सुन रहा था, तो आपने कहा कि फर्स्ट जब आप मूवी करने आए थे बॉलीवुड में, या पहली जो मूवी थी, तो प्रोड्यूसर ने कहा था कि, या डायरेक्टर ने, कि स्क्रिप्ट सुनना ज़रूरी है आपको?
नहीं, परिणीता के लिए नहीं
जी.
मतलब एक आध ऐसे इंस्टेंसेस हुए कि क्योंकि उन्हें लगता था कि एक्ट्रेस है तो फिर स्क्रिप्ट पे उतना ध्यान नहीं ना, हीरो का नाम जान ले, डायरेक्टर का नाम जान ले, बहुत है. एक आध लोगों से मिली हूँ, ऐसा नहीं कि ज़्यादातर लोगों ने, पर मैंने उन लोगों को फिर भाव ही नहीं दिया.
But why Bollywood known as a Bollywood मतलब stars like actor, why not actress?
नहीं, अभी तो बदल रहा है ना, हम सब बदल रहे हैं मिलके.
अच्छा विद्या, साथ ही जानना चाहूँगी कितना एंजॉय कर रही हैं तुम्हारे सुलू के प्रमोशंस, बिकॉज हम आपका इंस्टाग्राम चेक करते हैं, उससे कंटिन्यू आपकी मस्ती दिखती है.
हाँ, मुझे तो बहुत मज़ा आ रहा है, क्योंकि ये बहुत मज़ेदार फिल्म है. किरदार जो है सुलू का, ये औरत इतनी जिंदा दिल है, तो प्रमोशंस के वक्त भी मैं बहुत सारा पागलपन कर रही हूँ, तो मज़ा बनाए रखने की कोशिश है, पर एक्चुअली कोशिश नहीं करनी पड़ रही है.
तो एक्साइटमेंट ज़्यादा है आपको कि थोड़ा नर्वस हो रहे हैं, क्योंकि फिल्म बहुत करीब आ चुकी है?
हाँ, इस बार मुझे नर्वसनेस महसूस बिल्कुल नहीं हो रही, क्योंकि एक्चुअली वैसे भी नहीं होती, पर इस बार खास कर क्योंकि मैंने फिल्म देखी है और मुझे लगता है हमने अच्छी फिल्म बनाई है.
So how was the experience to share a screen with Ayushmann? Ayushmann as a
Oh, it was lovely. It was lovely, और उन्होंने हमारे लिए गाया भी. तो it was really nice. हमने साथ में पहले काम नहीं किया है, but I really like his work. तो that of course helped. और he's so easy.
So जैसे हमने आपकी जितनी मूवी देखी है सारी वुमेन सेंट्रिक मूवी, आगे चल के आप वुमेन सेंट्रिक फिल्मों में नजर आएंगी, या फिर आप अपना वेट लॉस करने का भी कुछ सोचा है?
विमेन सेंट्रिक और वेट लॉस का क्या?
ग्लैमरस रोल होते हैं.
मैं जो काम कर रही हूँ उससे बहुत खुश हूँ. आप लोगों का नज़रिया बदल जाए तो बहुत अच्छा होगा.
In and out Vidya, we can say.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Visual.